Hey y'all, I'm in my car, so hopefully the AC is not too loud. I am kind of baking in here, but hey, we're gonna make it work. This is the best place to film right now. I know it's been a little while since I've been on here. I've been doing a lot of things. There's been a lot going on. I'll update you guys all very soon, but I also wanted to say that I've been updating my animal Instagram a ton. So if you miss a lot of those animal videos, that content, there's a lot more up there right now, so check it out. And there also will be some new additions after baby comes, after things settle down a little bit. But I wanted to do a video about my birth plan this time around. I am having my third child mid-September. I kind of think he's gonna come around September 10th or so. I don't know why I think that. Is that still a Virgo? Because I keep hearing that like Virgos are like so chill. Are you a Virgo and are you chill? Because I need a chill baby in my life. I have not had a single chill baby, and my babies are usually crazy. So it would be really, really nice and totally different. Okay, so before we get into my birth plan, I did want to show you guys something super cool. This is not sponsored, but they did send this to me for free, which I'm super grateful for. This is from Bloom and Rise, and I wanted to share it with you because, as I've talked about in my other birth plan videos, yeah, basically I think it's been in my birth plan videos and bringing the baby home, I'm always a big fan of bringing a gift home for your existing children if you have prior children, and the gift is from the new baby to them. And Bloom and Rise allows you to do that. They have subscription boxes. They have ones for the toddlers. It helps keep the toddlers and your other children busy while you're bonding with baby. And this one specifically is a birth box, which is super cool. It's got a lot of great high quality stuff in here that's going to make birth so much easier. And a lot of these things are actually on a birth packing list, that I'm going to link you guys to in the description box. I'll go over that in here as well. But I wanted to share this with you. They are offering you guys 15% off with the code Kristen. So please take advantage, check them out. They've got some really cool boxes, and I just love that it's a small woman-run business, always down to support that. So thank you to Bloom and Rise and the women over there. They also were so sweet when we were talking about this collaboration. They just felt through my emails how difficult my life was and has been, and I'll tell you guys all more about that soon. But they sent me a DoorDash gift card, and it was like the sweetest thing. So thank you ladies so much. I really appreciate you, and I think what you guys are doing is really, really awesome. By the way, PSA, I had no idea that my boobs were like popping out of this thing so much until I actually like walked out the door today. And I've committed to this top. I'm not changing. I'm not changing for you. I'm not changing for anybody as usual. So they're just gonna be trying to come out the whole time, so enjoy or don't. So let's talk about my birth plan. As I said, this is my third child, and my first birth and my second birth could not have been more vastly different. It is insane how different they were, and I'm sure a lot of you women out there who have had more than one child can relate to this. And basically, when I say let's talk about my birth plan, I'm talking about let's talk about my no birth plan. Healthy mom, healthy baby, that is my goal. However, I do have some things that I am hoping will happen and like a very loose plan. But as you probably know, your birth is going to have a mind of its own, and it's going to do what it's going to do, and there's really nothing you can do about it. All you can do is be prepared for pretty much anything that comes your way, and I'm going to show you one way to do that at the end of this video. But with my first child, I will link those two videos below if you want to hear about like my birth story with each of those. They were so incredibly different. My first child, I was planning to give birth at a birth center. I paid $7,500 to give birth at this birth center. It did not go that way. I was in the hospital with an epidural, and my child was pretty much lifeless when she came out, and you can see that on my birth story video. She's like purple, and it's alarming. And then my second child, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in labor again for like a week. No big deal. No, I almost had him in the car, and I actually had him in the triage room with absolutely no medication, no epidural, no nothing. So I've had a completely natural birth that was very uncomfortable in a very uncomfortable room, and their birth suites were like full that day too, so we had to stay in the triage room pretty much all day long. It was terrible. So my plan this time is that I have actually found a hospital near here in San Diego that has a birth center on the same exact floor as their regular birthing suites. So the difference with this room is that I cannot get any medication or epidural, nothing of the sort. No Pitocin, as I understand it. They do have doulas on call that you can have, so you don't have to like pay for one if you don't want to. You can just like have one or request one when you check in. They also have midwives there that will be delivering your baby, and the room is a little bit different. It has like a big tub in it. So I'm hoping to pretty much head down there as soon as my labor like starts and I'm like more in active labor, and I'll head down there because it's about 45 minutes away from where I live, and then check into my room and I'll set my candles up and I'll do all of my things that like I didn't really get to do with either of my other two, and just kind of enjoy and like just have my oils and just work through everything the way that my body should know how to do it now. And obviously things can change and things can be different, but that is my overall plan. But I am open to suggestions from God, whatever is gonna happen. But I absolutely like fell in love with the idea that I'm right next to like an extremely highly rated NICU. So if there's anything that comes up, as much as I want this natural and like as little intervention as possible, I'm willing to pivot if I need to for safety. So I love the fact that I am going to be literally right next to like a room that has all of the operating stuff, all of the things that I will need, and doctors that I could potentially need if something like if shit were to hit the fan. So I just love that about this. I really wanted to like give birth at my house, but the truth is I am nowhere near a hospital. And if something were to not go right, I would never be able to forgive myself. So, and I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be great this time around. It's my third time around. My body knows what it's doing. And the second time it was very fast. But in that small chance that I do need medical intervention, 45 minutes is too far away for that for me. So this time around, I'm focusing more on like a mindset as opposed to like a rigid birth plan or things that I like really want to happen. And not that like any of my birth plans were ever like really rigid, because I did a lot of research and I knew that things were different, but I just thought, oh, if I do this, this, and this, and buy the right tea and the right creams and do the right squats and the right things and the right this and that and whatever, and it'll go how I want. Well, that's not true. Unfortunately, like I think all that's bullshit and none of it helped me with anything and nothing went the way it was supposed to. I've got a birthing playlist that's the same as my last one, and I'm probably gonna add a bit more to it for this time. I used it for my first one. My second one, I had no time to do anything. And so that was a little crazy, but I'm also gonna be working on breathing, movement, and at this hospital, I've told them in advance that I want a birthing bar, a birthing ball, and a few different things that I can get in and out of the bathtub. I cannot give birth in the bathtub, but honestly, with my first two births, I don't think I would ever choose that again. I literally shit on my son's head when I had him. Like they put him on my chest and I was like, dude, you smell so bad. I had totally pooped on him. I wanted to share this with you guys. This is something I will link you guys to in the description box, but it is a hospital birth bag checklist that you are more than welcome to download. You can add to it. See, I've written a few things on here today and added to it, but that is going to be a helpful little resource for you guys if you kind of like just have no idea what to put on there, and then the Instagram reels that you're watching are like going too fast for you to write notes. That is there for you. And then I will also link and put a bunch of stuff from this into an Amazon idea list, and I will link that for you below as well in case you are not too sure where to get it or what to get it and you just need some ideas. That'll all be there for you. And I've added a few things, so I'll update the hospital bag checklist that is linked below for you guys with the notes that I added today. However, that is my birth plan. Thanks for watching. Check out the Bloom and Rise box subscription in the description box as well. The code is there for you, and I would love to hear your guys' birth experiences below. I always love chatting with you guys about this in the comments. How did your births go? Are you pregnant right now with your first? I know that a lot of us are pregnant like at the same time, which is super cool. So let me know in the comments below. Let's share our stories, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.